Did you express at any point that I made you want to cause yourself harm?
No, it was more not, really not you, but the people in your circle, your team, or whatever they call. Cause like, yeah, I was really like trying to, I don't know, manipulate, if that's the word y'all was trying to do or something.
What was it that I tried to manipulate?
Like the situation.
How did I try to manipulate the situation?
I don't know, like, I felt like you kept trying to, like, confuse me. Like, you trying to do the same thing. Now you asked me, did I have a iPhone 13 in 2013 when you know an iPhone 13 wasn't out in 2013. Like, they drop iPhone, like, every year, but I thought it was out. Then you saying May the 13th, then you saying May the 12th, like, then you saying that somebody kicked my door, then you saying I opened the door, like, I don't know, like, I don't know which one y'all working, but you working it.
Ms. Bennett, do you understand that I can't testify and that anything that goes on the record for this jury to consider, you have to say it?
Mr. Sharp? It's commentary, Christine. I'll sustain the objection. You can just rephrase, madam.
Do you understand that only what you say is evidence and not what I say?
I don't know.
Okay. So do you understand that I have to ask you questions in order to have you answer for the jury?
I guess so.
And when you said that I was manipulating the situation, what situation is it that you're talking about?
I answered it.
Would you answer it again, please, for the record?
The one we're talking about now?
I need you to be clear for the record, please. Which situation?
I don't know how to answer.
Ms. Bennett, hold on 1 second. I'm going to overrule your objection. Madam, you can answer the question.
I don't know how to answer what she want me to answer. Like, I'm thinking that I'm answering it, but probably not good enough to her extent, because I don't know. When I say situation, I don't know, like, because 1 minute you on this person, then you on that person, so I don't even know which situation got nothing to do with this situation. I don't know.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're confusing me.
All right, let's be a little simpler. Did you just tell the jury that you felt I was trying to manipulate the situation?
Yes.
And what was the situation that you were speaking of? You have to say it for the jury. What was the situation that you're speaking of that you felt I was trying to manipulate?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm answering the same question you asking me over and again. Like,
Ms. Bennett, do you?
I don't know, because you spoke to me like on a lot of situations. Like, you was talking about Thug, then you started talking about my kid's dad, then you was telling me, asking about my mom. Like, but I don't think all those things went together. Like, I don't think all of them mattered with each other. So I don't understand.
Tell the jury what I talked to you about.
I thought I just did that.
What did I tell you, or what did I ask you about Thug?
You asked me, did he do a lot of things to me? And like, you asked me, did he break in my house? Did he get this? Did he do that? Like, all the questions you just asked. Like, I can't remember all the questions you just asked. You ask them over, I can answer you.
All right. And do you recall what your answer was?
Yes.
Okay. What was your answer to me when I first met you in the Wendy's parking lot?
Yeah, you asked me, did I recall this person? And did he do these things to me? And I told you no.
What did you tell me? What else did you tell me?
Then we started talking about other situations. You was telling me about situations you had. And I think I started talking to you about my mama, which that's something I just told you. We ain't gonna do that here though.
Okay. Did you tell me that you had blocked out large gaps of time?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I tell you that an officer had stated that
Your Honor, I'm going to object to number one, testifying, and number two, hearsay.
Your Honor, I'd ask that the court allow me to form a foundation for the question that will follow.
I'll sustain the question at this point in time.
Okay.
If you want to lay some more foundation, that's fine.
Do you recall me talking to you about Thug DK and Thug's brother giving you back your items?
They gave them back?
I'm asking you a question. Do you recall me talking to you about that?
I don't remember you saying that.
Do you recall me talking to you about them calling and apologizing to you?
No, I don't remember you saying that.
You don't remember that?
Mm-mm.
What else, if anything, do you recall talking to me about the first time that we met? That you're comfortable talking about to the jury?
I repeat it because I just said it, but I repeat it again. When you talk to me about the situation with Thug. You asked me that I feel like he did any of those things, and I was like, no. And I know you did ask, was I scared of him? And I'm like, no, like I don't have reason to be scared of anybody. And then you talked a little bit about yourself, and then we talked a little bit about the situation again. Like I said, you about to keep making me repeat myself about my mom, and I said I don't want to talk about that, and that's what we talked about.
Is it your testimony that you said that Thug did not do these things, or that you did not recall the year?
No, I told you he didn't do those things.
Okay.
And you asked me, did it happen in that year? And I told you I don't remember a lot within that year.
Okay. Did I ask you where you lived in 2013?
I think you did.
Did you tell me you couldn't remember?
No, I told you where I lived at.
That's your recollection, that you told me where you lived. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Basis. I sustain the objection.
And do you recall what the inside of your apartment looked like in Trestle Tree on May 13, 2013?
That's irrelevant.
Oh,
You may answer.
I'm not sure because I know we had remodel. So, but I think that was 2012. I'm not sure. I don't want to be wrong.
Do you recall what your address was on May 13, 2013?
Mm-hmm.
What was it?
980 Confederate Avenue.
Was there a number or a letter?
Oh, D.
Just one moment, okay? That's all I have right now, okay? The defense may have questions.
Cross. Mr. Adams, go ahead, sir. Whenever you're ready.
Ms. Bennett, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
I want you to do me a favor, okay?
Yes.
I'm going to ask you some questions, and if you can't hear me, or if you don't understand the questions, I want you to go ahead and make sure you let me know, okay?
Okay.
I'll be happy to repeat myself or to clear up whatever needs to be cleared up.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. I want to start first by talking about you testifying here today.
Yes, sir.
Now, you've been brought in to testify,
Yes, sir.
and you've been brought here out of state. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. You didn't walk into this courtroom. You came out from. You're in custody right now.
Yes, sir.
You were placed into custody, and you're in the Fulton County Jail, and brought in here to testify. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, you were arrested on yesterday. Correct?
Yeah. Yes.
And you were arrested by who? The DA's office?
I know Mr. I just remember seeing Mr. Hamilton in Clayton County.
Okay. Mr. Hamilton is a DA's office investigator. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. In fact, you had very many conversations with Mr. Hamilton, isn't that right?
Your Honor,
Yes.
You have an objection, madam?
not at this time.
Okay, all right.
And you have also had conversations with other people in the DA's office about this case and about your testimony.
Objection, compound.
Sustained.
Okay.
You can rephrase.
I'll work it out. You have had conversations with other people in the DA's office. Is that true?
Objection, failed.
Yes.
As to others.
I sustained it as to question, as to vague.
Sure.
Just rephrase, sir.
Sure, absolutely. You have had conversations with Miss Adrian Love from the DA's office. Is that true?
Yes, her and other people too.
Right. You remember an investigator Long?
Yes.
Okay. So you've spoken over the course of the last few months with Adrian Love, correct?
Yes.
You've spoken over the last number of months with an investigator Long, correct?
Yes.
You have spoken over the last number of months with an investigator Hamilton, true?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you have had an opportunity to discuss with them the things that you were asked about from 2013. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, the first person, and I want to talk to you about how we go from your conversation with them to your testimony here today. Okay? Can I do that?
Yes.
Objection,
Okay.
Your Honor, as to commentary, and we would ask that we.
I'm gonna overrule the objection because he's pointing to witnesses to what he wants to talk about. So I'll overrule at this point now.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Now, you understood from your first meeting with Investigator Long of the DA's office that they wanted you to come in and testify here in this case. Isn't that true?
Well, they was telling me that I didn't have to because he presented me with some paper that I didn't recall or I didn't know nothing about.
Okay. And you told that investigator that either you didn't recall or you didn't know anything about it. Isn't that true?
Objection.
Yes, sir.
As to vagueness.
I sustain the question. You can rephrase it.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Did there ever come a point where you were told by Investigator Hamilton of the DA's office that you did not and you should not talk to anyone but him?
Yes.
When did that happen?
I was here. It was like this month. I was here. I showed up. It was the same day I talked to Miss Long, and after the situation, they took me to him, and he told me I ain't need to talk to nobody else but him, like nobody. Period.
Mr. Adams, I hate to break you up at this point in time. I've had a bathroom request. So can we just take 5 minutes?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, all right.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and be in recess about 5 minutes. Please go ahead and take your respite, and then we'll come right back. All rise for our jury.
I'll try.
Ted, hold on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our jury has left us. Okay. Lieutenant, you may be seated. The rest of you need to take a comfort break and do so at this point in time. Please make it as soon as possible. All right?
Everybody see?
All right. Can we ask Ms. Bennett to return to the stand, please? Ms. Bennett,
Yes.
can I talk with you for just a minute?
Yes.
Okay, all right. It is highly likely that your testimony is not going to be complete today. So what I like to do is to ask you and see if we could propose something else to you. Ordinarily, with a type of confinement that you're under, once you satisfy the testimony, you're released. Okay? I'd like to be able to release you now, since you're going to need to come back tomorrow. But I'd like to predicate that on, if the state found you another place to stay this evening with appropriate supervision, meaning it would not be somebody that is not a female or to that extent, would you be willing, would you come back tomorrow morning?
I never had a problem with coming to court, sir.
Well, here's the challenge, and I'm not going to argue with you about anything. That was the reason why I had to sign the warrant. Okay, it's because it was postured to the court in an affidavit that you were not going to come. And I'm not getting into any of that reason. I'm not debating that. All I'm trying to do is to just to in the interest of fairness, because I don't want to jail you. I don't know. No court likes to jail any witness, okay? But it's a tool that we have to ensure compliance with folks that are less than, they don't want to come. That's it. So what I'm trying to do is, if you're willing to do that alternate arrangement where I'd sign an order to release you, I'll release you to the state, and the state will bring you back tomorrow morning, okay? That's the deal. If you tell me, Judge, I'm okay with that, then I will sign the order to that effect. If you're not saying, well, you know, if you release me, you can, you know, blank, 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 then I'm going to leave you where you are.
No, if you release me, sir, I don't have a problem coming to court. It was a reason I didn't come to court. If you knew what was going on or what was happening with the state, you don't know why I wasn't here.
And that's not for me to.
Yeah,
and that's
I ain't finna lie to you. Like, I ain't gonna feel safe with being with them.
Well, you're going to be put up in probably a hotel is more than likely what will probably happen. Okay?
Okay.
That work for you?
Anything that I need to do for you, sir, I'm right here.
Okay, so you'll agree to that as opposed to 901 Wright Street?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Then what I'll do is I'll sign an order to release you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you'll come back tomorrow morning. I'll need you to be here for 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. We'll resume your testimony. It is highly likely that you'll finish tomorrow, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Counsels, can we go ahead and just excuse her at this point in time? And we'll just tell the jury that we're recessing for the evening?
Yes, Your Honor. The court will give us an opportunity to draft up.
Yes.
We have no objection, Judge, but if we would like to address the court about something else related to that, we have an opportunity.
Does our witness need to be here for that or for, so we can excuse her? Okay. All right. Madam, I'm going to go ahead and excuse you, and we'll work on getting the order. So you should be released this evening. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And then we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir.
Okay? All right. Okay. Thank you.
That's yours, right? I believe. That's it.
All right, counsels, our witness has left us. Mr. Adams, anything before I go ahead and bring our jurors in?
Yes, just one moment, please.
Okay.
We can bring the jurors in and dismiss them, and then we can address the issues, so we won't hold the jurors up if that's okay.
I don't want to take that long. I'd like to go home, so. Okay, all right. Excuse me.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Adams.
This probably, this actually should not really need saying, but I'd like the court to advise, remind, or make sure it's clear to the state that, of course, this is a witness that is in the process in the middle of her testimony, and that no one from the state whose care she will be in this evening, to some extent, is to have any sort of communication with her about the testimony, or talk to her about the testimony, or anything whatsoever. That's the first request. If the court is amenable to that, that may be the only request.
All right. State, do you have any issues with that as a standard admonition? Okay, so, all right.
All right. Second thing, actually, I think at the bench, I heard the prosecutor indicate that Ms. Bennett would be in the care of female investigator this evening in terms of making those arrangements.
I heard that as well.
Your Honor, I don't mean to interrupt Mr. Adams, pardon me. But, Your Honor, I was just speaking with our chief investigator, and regarding, Your Honor, I don't know, I don't want to jeopardize her appearance tomorrow, but he had asked me whether the court was amenable to, if she gives the court assurances that she will return, whether the court is amenable to allowing her to go to her home.
That's not what I told you to do.
I know.
Okay, and which investigator asked you to do that? Who asked you to do that? Is it Long? Come on, tell me the truth. Don't lie to me. Come on now. No, I'm trying to protect everybody. No, that was not the deal. Okay, so anyways, okay, all right, Mr. Adams.
It's really simple. There are female investigators in the DA's office.
Sure.
Based on her comfort, what I think would be appropriate. I'm asking the DA to make sure that she's in the custody care of a female.
Well, Your Honor,
All right.
I said that.
I already did. I already said. In fact, Ms. Love said she would recommend that,
Well, yeah.
and said that will occur. Correct, Ms. Love?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Anything else, sir?
That's it. That settles everything.
Okay.
Thanks, Judge.
All right. Okay. Let me go ahead and call our jurors. And anything else I need to take up while I got y'all here for tomorrow? All right. So the goal is tomorrow we'll see if we can clear Ms. Bennett, and after that we'll resume with Detective Quinn. Okay, and then we'll see and then I'll give some guidance as to, again, next week, Monday I'll be out. You have an admin day. Tuesday we'll start off. We'll cover the rest of the motions in limine as it relates to the Baker case that has come out, and the convictions and the for Mr. Wise, as well as Mr. Weinstein. Are you prepared to take up the motion you filed in regards to the presentation of evidence and your supplemental motion?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. Counsels, my goal is if we complete those things on Tuesday, we will not have to come on Wednesday. All right? So but if we don't complete those Tuesday, we'll complete them on Wednesday, and then you'll have admin days on Thursday and Friday next week. That's where we are at this point in time. All right. Oh, one other thing. Juror, as it pertains to Juror 219 that we talked about before, he has scheduled his appointment. I have a notice from his doctor, which I will mark as the next court exhibit in order and seal. But his appointment is for 16 April at 1:45. So it is my intent for us to work that morning, and then we will conclude to give him enough time, probably 12:30 or thereabouts, because I believe that his doctor, consistent with the last time that we were here, is in Sandy Springs. Okay? So I'll mark that as the next court exhibit. So put that on your radar. The morning of the 16th, we will commence, and we'll probably stop around 12 or 12:30 to allow him to facilitate that doctor's appointment. Thank you, Ms. Weaver. All right, okay. Summon our jurors, please. Chris, it's the 16th, right? 16th? I got it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. All right, ladies and gentlemen, given that it's 5:45 and with the consultation of counsel and what I like to do is to recess us until tomorrow morning. If I could get you all to be here for 9 o'clock for an anticipated 9:30 start time, we will have a regular work day tomorrow, and that will conclude. And then, as I mentioned to you earlier, your administrative pause week will begin that following week, and then we will see you back on the 8th of April. But we'll cover all that again, I'm sure. Do you have any other ministerial inquiry with me at this point in time? Anyone? Okay. All right, let's go through your admonitions. Remember, don't talk about the case at all. Do not seek any third party resources or persons. Do not talk about the case when you're at home, or let this case be talked about in the presence of third parties. If any third party were to talk with you, of course, you need to let myself and Sergeant Ingram know immediately. Leave your notepads in the basket. And you are not to view anything about the news media about this case or any other blogs or other third-party sites as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the last thing I'd tell you is, as I've told you and will continue to tell you, thank you for your patience and the attention and the grace that you've given us and will continue to give us. So unless you have any other ministerial inquiry with me, I will see you tomorrow morning. Juror 219, can you remain with us just a second? Okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you in the morning, okay? All rise. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. All right, Juror 219, I have your doctor's note. What I'll do that your appointment's on the 16th. What I will do is we'll hold court that morning starting about 9. We'll recess about 12:15. Should that give you that should give you enough time to meet that 1:45?
That'll be plenty of time.
Okay, that's what we'll do.
Okay.
All right, that's sufficient.
That is.
All right, problem solved. All right, have a good evening. Okay.